Do you know how important and effective employee orientation can be to your company? It is vital to your new hires and their path to success. A successful employee orientation can even positively affect your company's turnover rate. According to one study, employees who had a structured orientation program were 69% more likely to stay at the company for up to 3 years than those who hadn't. Today, we'll be discussing what a good employee orientation looks like and some tips that will keep your new hires around for a long time. I'm Alex here with Jotform. Let's get started. A new employee orientation is usually a one-time event used to welcome new employees to the company. It is a part of your entire onboarding process, and it is meant to inform new employees how the company works and get them acclimated to the new work environment. It's pretty standard to have new employees learn about job duties, team members, company history and culture, organizational hierarchy, and benefits during their orientation. Both small and large companies should implement a new employee orientation. It can really help new employees get comfortable in their new workspace. Let's get into 5 tips to create a successful employee orientation. Our first tip is to get administrative items out of the way early. This should take place before the actual orientation. Try giving out a new hire packet before orientation so that everyone will have a chance to read through it and ask any questions they may have. If you get the paperwork and other formalities out of the way before orientation, you'll be able to focus more on getting your employees integrated into the workspace during the actual orientation. Next, make the process welcoming for your new hires. Your orientation should be professional but welcoming at the same time. Lauren Blair, writer for Free Advice, says that you want new employees to feel comfortable as they are stepping into unknown territory. Tell them about your company's history and overall mission. Explain what unifies and distinguishes your company. Blair adds that for added engagement, have a member of senior leadership give a brief welcome speech. And if the group is small enough, have new hires introduce themselves and their roles. And don't be afraid to incorporate your current employees as well. If your new hires get to know them during orientation, it will help them get more comfortable in their work environment once they actually start. This allows them to start building relationships with coworkers. Another tip, make the orientation informative. New hires are filled with technical questions like, when do I get paid? Or what are my medical benefits? Make sure these things are covered during orientation, along with topics like attendance policies, vacation, benefits, performance management, and confidentiality. If you followed the first step, you likely answered a lot of these questions in a welcome packet. However, it's important to set aside time for further questions and take some time to review the employee handbook. Explain that even though it may change, it's meant to inform employees on important company policies and procedures. Laura Blair also suggests that you highlight anti-harassment and anti-discrimination policies along with internal complaint procedures. Our fourth tip is to switch up the orientation format to be more inviting. Rather than cramming the entire employee orientation into one day, you can spread it out across several days. A week-long orientation will give you more time to teach your new employees about the company and provides them with more time to acclimate themselves. You can even go above and beyond by inviting new hires to participate in department meetings or even set up lunches between them and their new coworkers. Orientation shouldn't be a constant stream of information all the time. Break it up and incorporate some casual activities as well. And our final tip is to be mindful of information overload on your new hires. This tip goes along with our previous tip. If your employees are given too much information at once, it can cause them to lose focus and absorb very little of it. They also need to learn the layout of the building, their new team members, and overall become acquainted with the workplace. This is why breaking up the orientation over a few days is a good idea. It allows your new employees to better absorb the information you're giving them. Okay, let's do a quick recap. New employee orientation is crucial for your employee retention, and it helps new hires become more comfortable with the company. Keep these tips in mind when planning your orientation. Get administrative tasks out of the way as early as possible. Make the process welcoming to the new hires. Make the orientation informative with time to answer all of their questions. Switch up the orientation format to be more inviting. And avoid information overload. Follow these tips and your new employee orientation is sure to be both fun and informative for your new hires. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Alex with Jotform. Have a good one.